Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Um, right now I will do my presentation English language task with the topic of construction in the file that remains the regulation of this task. So first, I want to shout to my English lecturer, Mr. Bahar Amal, SPD Mang, and I will introduce myself first. My name is Muhammad Akbar Maulana with the NPM of 2410631320023. So I choose for this presentation is the case is about MRT Jakarta Phase 2, and with the subtitle is Exploring the North-South Line Extension. So why am I choosing Jakarta, MRT Jakarta Phase 2 is because MRT Jakarta is the nearest thing that I can find or I can see in my life because I was live in Bekasi. That Bekasi is near to Jakarta. Okay, so next we're going to the next slide. So first one is the overview. MRT Jakarta Phase 2 is represent the extension of the existing North-South mass transit line, aiming to serve new districts and alleviate congestion in Central and North Jakarta. So, MRT Jakarta is phase two is about to representing the extension of the existing north-south mass transit line, and maybe this kind of construction is to extend the amount of people that want to go to public transportation like MRT Jakarta. So next is by seamlessly connecting with Phase 1 at Bundaran HI Station (HI). This extension enhances network coverage and provides residents with a faster and more reliable travel alternative. So basically, all of this Jakarta Phase 2 MRT is connected with the first one, the first phase that is basically at Bundaran HI Station. So this extension enhances network coverage and provides residents with faster and more reliable travel alternatives. So with this construction, or maybe I can say this extension of MRT Jakarta, is the purpose is to make to provide the more faster and more reliable travel alternative. So this project underscores the city's commitment to sustainable urban mobility and integrates with other transport modes such as Transjakarta buses and commuter lines. So we are going to the next slide. So we are going to the name and location. Officially designated as MRT Jakarta Phase 2. So the name of this structure or this case is officially as MRT Jakarta Phase 2. And this infrastructure project spans approximately 8.5 kilometers beneath the bustling streets of Central and North Jakarta. So the distance of this case is about 8.5 kilometers. It's beneath the bustling streets of Central and North Jakarta. K underground station along the route include Seriabudi, Senayan, Duku Atas, Kota, and Northern Terminus at Kampung Bandar. Each station is strategically located to serve major commercial, residential, and government zones enhancing accessibility for daily commuters and tourists alike. So this kind of structure or this kind of case is have a really positive features such as enhancing accessibility for daily commuters and tourists alike. It's really futuristic and maybe so useful for the future of Jakarta commuter lines. So we are going to the next slide. Okay, this slide is providing the purpose and significance. So, the primary objective of MRT Jakarta Fast 2 is to reduce road traffic by offering a rapid, high capacity alternative that bypasses surface congestion. So, this extension is significant for fostering inclusive urban development as it connects underserved areas with economic hubs, educational institutions, and healthcare facilities. So this MRT Jakarta Phase 2 is really useful to our uh, life in Indonesia, basically in Jakarta, because uh, it's useful for public transportation, transit, such as to economic hubs, educational institutions, and healthcare facilities. Furthermore, by encouraging public transit usage, the project contributes to lowering carbon emission and supports Jakarta's broader sustainability goals. So, by expanding this MRT, maybe it will affect the amount of Jakarta majority society to reduce their usage of transportation like motorcycle or maybe a car and many more so they can just move to MRT Jakarta to save money and to lowering carbon emission and support Jakarta border sustainability goals. So we are going to the next slide. The next slide is about technical specification or the route. This phase 2 features approximately 8.5 kilometers of dual-track tunnel construct using a combination of cut and cover methods and state-of-art tunneling board machines, or it's called TBMS. And the track gauge conforms to the international standard of 1040 for the 435 millimeter, ensuring compatibility with global rolling stock technologies. So this MRT Jakarta Phase 2 was really being thinkable of the international standard of 1,435 millimeter, ensuring compatibility with global rolling stock technologies. And seven new underground stations are integrated with passenger concourses, ventilation system, and emergency egress routes, all designed to meet stringent safety and operational standards. This MRT Jakarta Phase 2 was really thinkable. Again, it's because it was integrated with passenger concourses, ventilation system, and emergency egress routes. It's all really useful in such as emergency condition. All designed to meet stringent safety and operational standards. It all meet the standards and the safety standards. So we're going next to the next slide. The next slide is technical specification in the case of rolling stock. The extension employs electric multiple units or the MUs manufactured through a local consortium led by PTNK, incorporating modern energy efficient traction systems and regenerative braking. So this extension it employs electric multiple units that are manufactured through a local consortium that led by a PT. They were serving regenerative braking. Each trainset accommodates approximately to 1,200 passengers and features ergonomic seating, real-time passenger information displays, and accessible facilities for persons with disabilities. Uh, its maintenance depots are equipped with automated inspection systems to streamline servicing and ensure high reliability. So the next slide. And the design and the architecture. Uh, Station along the extension are designed with a contemporary architectural language featuring spacious platforms, high ceilings, and natural lighting element where possible. Architectural finishes include corridor integrated art installation reflecting Jakarta's cultural heritage. The tunnel sections utilize reinforced construct lining and waterproof membranes to ensure durability against groundwater ingress. So we'll go next to the next slide. And the next slide is about the construction process and techniques. Construction commenced with extensive site surface and utility relocation, followed by TBM-driven excavation for the main tunnels. Cut and cover techniques were employed at station sites, requiring temporary roads closure and community coordination to minimize disruption. Specialized ground support systems such as shotcrete and rock bolts were used to stabilize complex geological strata encountered beneath Jakarta's urban core. So we're going next to the next slide. The next slide is about stage and timeline. The project timeline spans from initial planning in 2020 to final testing in mid 2025. Key milestones include completion of design in late 2021, commencement of tunneling in early 2022, station fit-out and system integration throughout 2023, and full-scale testing beginning in late 2024. Despite challenge posed by the COVID-19 pandemic and urban utility complexities, the project remains on schedule. So we're going to the next slide. This project duration, overall, MRT Jakarta Phase 2 is an approximately 4-year endeavor, with active construction occurring between 2020 and 2024, followed by a 6-month period dedicated to comprehensive testing and safety certification. This streamlined timelines reflects effective coordination among multiple contractors, robust project management frameworks, and the application of prefabricated construction elements. Next slide. The challenges. Major challenges included the relocation of aging underground utilities, requiring bespoke diversion seems to avoid surface disruption. Construction in densely populated districts necessitated stringent noise and vibration controls. Additionally, pandemic-related supply chain delays impacted critical TBM components and station finishing materials, which were mitigated through proactive contingency planning and local sourcing. Next slide. Stakeholders. The project is developed and operated by PT Jakarta in partnership with contractors such as SMT Jakarta and various engineering consultants. Funding is provided jointly by the Jakarta Provincial Government, National Ministry of Transportation, and international lenders including GK. Stakeholders' collaboration extends to community engagement forums, ensuring local input and benefit sharing throughout construction. Next slide is environmental impact. Environmental assessment identified significant benefits, including a reduction in vehicular emission due to modal shift and decreased surface traffic. Mitigation measures such as shield curtains and noise barriers were implemented to protect surrounding waterways and residential areas during construction. Post-completion monitoring will track air quality improvement and biodiversity impact in adjacent green space. Next slide. Social impact. The extension is expected to transform commuting patterns, reducing average travel times by up to 40% for thousands of daily users. Enhance connectivity, foster economic opportunities along the corridor, spurring retail and service development near station presence. Community outreach programs during construction provided local employment and training opportunities, reinforcing social equity objective. Next slide. The current status. As of June 2025, civil works are fully completed and the project has entered an extensive testing and commissioning phase. System test covers signaling interoperability, emergency evacuation drills, and integrated ticketing trials. Regulatory safety approval are anticipated in August 2025, leading toward commercial operations shortly thereafter. Next slide. The future operation. Phase 2 is scheduled to commence commercial service in Q3 2025, offering trains at 5-minute intervals during peak hours. Ticketing integration with existing MRT and Transjakarta system will enable seamless transfer. Long-term plans include capacity expansion and potential further extension to reach developing northern suburbs. Next is the last slide is conclusion and opinion. In conclusion, MRT Jakarta Fest to me is Phase 2 is a landmark achievement in Indonesia's urban transport evolution. Its successfully delivery demonstrates the effectiveness of integrated planning, advanced engineering techniques, and stakeholders' collaboration. My opinion is I believe this extension will set a new standards for sustainable mobility in Jakarta, catalyzing further investment and enhancing qualities of life. So thank you so much. Was all of my presentation for right now. If there is any wrong information in this representation, I apologize for all of the wrong statement or wrong information. So thank you and see you in the next task. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.